Just to give you a little bit of feedback on that task, you can see my example here. So I've written that Disney is a large conglomerate and one of the big 5 Hollywood studios, and that over time Disney has bought much of its competition, allowing them monopoly in the film industry. The phrase here, over time, is particularly useful as a sentence starter. It shows again that we understand that this is an evolving media industry and that things have changed. Okay, this brings us then on to our next pieces of terminology. Here we're interested in the process by which Disney has increased its power as a conglomerate. The two terms are vertical integration and horizontal integration. When we think about things being integrated, we think about them coming together, being merged in some way. When we talk about something being vertically integrated, we mean that the corporation, in this case Disney, owns companies at each stage of the film chain. It means they are able to produce their films, to distribute their films, and to exhibit their films. Without any support from any outside companies, they can do this all with using the subsidiaries that they own. When we look at horizontal integration then, this is also about expanding the size of their corporation and reducing and sort of eating up the competition. So when something is horizontally integrated, it means a conglomerate owns multiple companies at the same stage of the film chain. So they might own multiple production companies or multiple companies that are able to distribute texts, and they're able to exhibit and show their films to their audiences in a number of different ways. Okay, if you want to pause the video now to make a note of those key terms, you can. And the next slide will give us some examples. Okay, here we have it then applied to Disney. So I'm just going to talk you through the examples here, and I hope that it helps to consolidate or aid the understanding of those two key terms. So we're looking down the left-hand side of the screen now. That downwards arrow is showing us that Disney is a company that is vertically integrated. First of all, it owns Walt Disney Pictures, a production company, at the top then of the film chain. It also owns Walt Disney Studio Motion Pictures. This is a distribution company, so we can see they are able to share their films once they have been made. And finally, they are also able to exhibit those films via the streaming platform Disney+. Okay, let's look at this for horizontal integration then, because Disney, we know, are both vertically and horizontally integrated. So over time then, they have acquired further companies at the production stage. Pixar Studios is a good example of this, who make films such as Toy Story. And as I referenced earlier, Lucasfilm has also been acquired by Disney, meaning they have the rights to the Star Wars films and are able to produce further films within that franchise as they wish. For distribution then, as Disney acquired assets of 20th Century Fox, they took on ABC, a television distribution company. I think it's now been renamed and rebranded under the Disney name. And for exhibition, it's not just Disney Plus where we can see their movies being shown, but we could watch some of their television programs on the Disney Channel. It's been established for a long time. And furthermore, if Disney wish to exhibit their films on Blu-ray using 3D technology, they have their own company and their own patent for this, so they are able again to control the film chain at all stages. This is effective because it not just reduces costs and reduces risk, but it also extends the control that Disney have and increases the profit that they are able to make. Okay, I'd like you to complete a short task here then, looking at some of the key terms that we've covered today. I would like you to spend a little bit of time, maybe just going back through if you want to check over some of those terms. And you've got two options for completing this. The first is that you may wish to copy out the paragraphs here and fill in the gaps, or you may wish to test yourself more quickly, in which case you could write 1 to 10 down the side of the page and write the words in the order that they should appear in this text. So if I get you to pause the video and to have a go at that, and we'll look at the answers on the next slide. Okay, so here's the answers if you want to check your work. I'll just give it a read through and then you can correct as you need to. The film industry is dominated by a small number of large institutions, which are able to produce, distribute, market and exhibit media content. Large corporations such as Disney are known as conglomerates, owning many smaller companies or subsidiaries. Disney have monopoly over the film industry, as they are able to reduce competition through horizontal integration. However, this can lead to a lack of variety and diversity. Okay, that is all for this session. I hope it's been useful in recapping what we've done previously and introducing you to some new terminology. Please use the links referenced earlier if you wish to do a bit of wider reading, and I look forward to the next